Members of a rural South Canterbury cricket club have taken the law into their own hands, solving a crime themselves after their club rooms were burgled. Members of the Glenavy Cricket Club reported a Monday night's burglary to the police, but by Tuesday they'd actually tracked down the alleged offenders on their own. We called the club, and a spokesperson who asked not to be named told me what was stolen.
About $500 worth of beer had been cleaned out. Meat in the freezer with sausages and patties for a barbecue that was cleaned out. About $50 of coins of loose change. A gear bag, the baggy green hats, and a couple of caps, cricket bat, 2 stereos, and our school books. About 20 years worth of history in the school books for taken.
It sounds like there wouldn't have been much left in there.
No, there's a few chairs and stuff. They left them and left some of the gear behind, but they just walked out with a big gear bag and took what they could. And
so then, did you try to contact the police first, or did you just start your own investigation straight away?
No. The cops, we got them round on Tuesday morning. They came around and took fingerprints, and I told them what had been stolen, and they had a bit of a look around the club rooms. And then Tuesday night, later in the evening, we had a rough idea who the culprits were, because stuff had been going missing in the area for months. The Glenavy school had stuff stolen, and they'd even pinched the pet rabbits from the school. And someone in the community had seen them carrying the rabbit hutch from the school back to this house, and so they were able to call the cops, and the police were able to do a search warrant and get back what the school owned, but everything else's stuff was still in the house. So we knew what house it was, and people in the community and the village had seen them, sniffing around the domain and hanging around. So we went round there with a few of the boys, about 8 of us, and politely asked for our gear back.
And what was their response?
They wouldn't let me into the house to start off with, and that's why we had it recorded, so that we weren't going to get in trouble, because we hadn't entered the house, we weren't trespassing. I just knocked on the door, and the door was open, and you could see them. They were drinking Woodstock and beer that had been coming. It was pretty obvious it had come around from our place. There was a whole heap of empty bottles there, and when I asked, because they carried all the booze around in boxes, not in the, because all the beer was in the fridge, so we'd got rid of the boxes that they came in, the package boxes. And when I asked the joker, I said, "You're drinking our buddy Woodstock?" And he said, "No, I bought it from the pub." And I said to him, "Well, where's the box that it came in?" And he didn't have an answer, and it took him a wee while to think of something, and then he said he burnt them. Just the fact that he took so long to come up with an excuse, I knew he was bullshitting me. And he wouldn't let us in, and we couldn't go in without breaking the law, and we're running out of options. And then next minute, one of his mates had turned up in the car, and we asked him, "Can we go in?" And he said yes. So I went straight into one of the rooms, opened up the wardrobe, and there's 2 crates of beer, 4 bloody boxes full of Woodstock. I looked under the bed, and there's our cricket bat and all our hats. And that's when we realised that these buggers had taken all their stuff.
And then were they happy for you to take it back on the spot?
Oh yeah, well, they didn't. They didn't know what to do. They weren't going to try and stop us. So I took the stuff back outside and told the boys to call the cops. And they rang the police, and the cops had said, "Well, don't go back inside. Just wait till they got there." So we waited till the police turned up, and then a couple of the boys went back in with the police to recover the rest of our stuff. Or we didn't get all of it, but what was there, brought it back. But there's still a lot of stuff in the house that belonged to members of the community. There'd be at least 8 TVs. There was a kayak, bikes, lawnmowers, garden equipment, the whole lot.
And you haven't recovered your scorebooks, is that right? I hope none of your great batting sessions have been lost.
well, lucky I haven't scored too many runs in the last few seasons. No, still haven't located them. I'm not sure where they are. Don't know if they've used them to light their fires. They'd be the sort of the scumbags that be something they would do.